Hello and welcome to Phoenix Raceway for Race First. I'm Matt Houston. Welcome back. This is my first broadcast in a couple of weeks, and I kind of feel a little bit like a fish out of water. Got to get back into the flow. I've had one of my broadcast colleagues running some of the broadcasts, and it felt a little bit weird getting back into this. We're into qualifying, 2 minutes left. Oyson Walsh has taken the pole. Ray Kingsbury currently on the track, as you can see. Welcome back, everybody. Got a couple more rounds of the Tuesday Night Thunder series to go here, and thanks for joining us here tonight. We're going to have about a 53-minute race here, and I don't have a display for you, unfortunately, but talking about the points situation, Walsh there is currently in the lead, 401 points. Kingsbury solidly in second place. He's an entire race of points out of the lead, and that includes a drop week there for Walsh. So Kingsbury's really got to beat Walsh and have to kind of that Walsh has some unfortunate issues, and he's had them this season, but things have kind of gone his way on quite a few of the races. He's taken home 6 wins. There's 4 other drivers, each with a win to their own name. That is Kingsbury, Shire, Curtis, and Irvine. When I know Irvine won over there at the Bristol Speedway. That interesting pack race that we had. Although, in terms of pack racing, I think that our run at Homestead probably has to be my favorite one out there. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, have a good show for you all tonight. About 30 seconds left. Looks like Walsh is going to take that provisional pole. Looks like we got Kreski coming in here. Yeah, we had a little bit of snafu almost, where there was an iRacing update that came down earlier today, causing some issues for a lot of mechanical issues. So we might be down a couple cars tonight with some mechanical kind of issues with the dampers, from what I understand, not working well, causing some explosions of cars, that kind of thing. Hey, let me turn on the tune ski. We'll have a lap of... Oh, and here's our new iRacing pace car on the grid. Nice to see. It is a nothing, that car. Yeah, we're gridding here. So let's go through the grid. We got Walsh there in P1, followed by, first 2 cars in the championship in P1 and P2. Patrick Byrne in P3, Wes Shire P4, James Curtis in P5, Jason Perdue in P6, Chad Irvine, a good run there in P7, Daniel Smith P8, Simon Felt P9, Cullen Johnston, pardon me there, Cullen. Robert Gamble in P11, Kurt Kelly P12. Jason Owens, our admin there in P13, having to make the call today that we're going to go ahead with those damper issues, but we've got most on the grid. Christian Jasper was really fast in practice. He was P2 in practice there for a while. I don't know if it finished off that way, but that's how it was. And let's turn on some more different music there. Where were we? Christian there. Kevin Smalley in P15. Kevin hasn't been like the greatest qualifier this season, but when it comes race day, it counts. Kenzie Galata in P16. J. William Walker in P17. James Watson, our Turbo Series champion, P18. He might just want to be starting there at the back. Kreski in P19 and Gosler P20, and not qualifying there. Might be taking a penalty or something like that. Sometimes we occasionally have those listed down. And this is kind of a long grid here. We're going to have cars pulling away momentarily. Yeah, welcome to the broadcast here. We got about 53 minutes that we're going to take. Kingsbury's pulling away there. And this appears to be morning here in Phoenix. No lights at this track. This is the old Legacy Phoenix. So we ran ISM Raceway. It's been renamed back to Phoenix Raceway. But we ran the progressive banking kind of version of Phoenix. A little bit of some tweaks. The open dogleg version, I guess you could call it as well. Running that one myself this week. It's actually my first taste of driving it over in the Lionheart series. And kind of prefer the old Legacy version here. But yeah, lucky to be running this Legacy one today with the issues we were having there. Walsh is gonna bring us to the front, to the green flag, and there we have our green flag. James Curtis having a good jump. Is Wilshire running a Lotus car? No, wait, that is P4 of Byrne there is running that Lotus car. Shire, Kingsbury getting into the lead. Strong move there early on. He knows what he has to do, as we currently are estimating about 55 minutes for this race. I guess that makes sense. Some car was in the pit lane there, I heard. Kurt Kelly and... Oh, Kingsbury into the wall, and there was contact there with Walsh. And pardon me for keeping that music on. And we have caution on the track. Whoa, we had some big championship implications there. As Walsh slows, Kingsbury is going to tow. Wow. Those drivers, I don't know if they're going to be too happy with one another. But we have caution on the field, so we can get a good look at it. Westshire takes the lead, Patrick Byrne in P2. Let's get a look at what just happened there. That was... looked like Kingsbury, let's go a little bit further back. Kingsbury, let's just watch this entire kind of first lap here. Kingsbury brushed the wall coming out of turn 2. This is the first lap still. Let's go forward a little bit. Easy to do on the cold tires. Tires not quite up to temperature. Kingsbury just gets into the wall a little bit, and Walsh, he kind of pulls it down because the car was hung up on the wall, and then Walsh... Oh, and then Walsh couldn't make the corner, kind of just trying to stay out of the way, and just sends Kingsbury into the catch fence. Nothing Kingsbury could have done there. Well, that was an exciting first lap. So we have Westshire leading the race here. He was the winner at Iowa Speedway earlier this season. So I think we're gonna have a pretty good chance that we're gonna have we could have a first-time winner here. And we've got 4 drivers still in here that have won. Curtis there in P3, Irvine in P6, and Shire there in P1. There was some other action that happened on that. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Jasper there. Might have been way back at the start of the race. Oops, we're not looking at Jasper. Jasper was starting there in the 14th position. And he seems slow. And he ducks it into the pits. Okay. He had some wall contact early on. Yeah, shout out to our title sponsor here in Carolina Simworks. Thanks for sponsoring us for the season, getting these broadcasted. Of course, always a thanks to Jason Owens for getting these going as well initially without a title sponsor. lights are out on the pace car. So Wes Shire here, he's missed a couple rounds this season. Unfortunately, missed a round where he had, unfortunately, the COVID experience, and luckily recovered from that. Missed a round, and but he's back and leading that Homestead Coffee car. Homestead Coffee, not a sponsor of the series, but Wes has convinced me over time to pick it up, and I have. It's probably one of the best coffee out there that you can buy. I know there's like the Black Rifle coffee, several different brands that you can order on the internet, but this Homestead Coffee, it's the real deal. So check it out. The Westshire is going to bring us to the green flag. And there it is. That incident back there might have been our championship solidified right there. Got Chad Irvine trying to work on Jason Padu on the high side, making that work. Now he's looking ahead to Daniel Smith as Padu tries to come back on the low side. Makes that work. I'm not sure, so Irvine always has a different livery. I'm not sure exactly what he's running today. Really difficult to pass here at the Phoenix. Probably a little bit easier in these cars, though, than it is in the Indy car. James Watson, they're moving up. Let's go on board with James here. Take us around. Actually, I'll go on board with Chad Irvine up here as well. And he tries to go inside of Jason Padu. Padu gets that better run off the second corner through the dog leg. Irvine trying to work that apron through turns 3 and 4. Trying to get a little bit of rotation in the car. Tries to make this work once again. And this time, looks like he gets that to work out. And now, Padu comes under threat from Gamble back there. Looking back to Owens. In that extra life car, working on Kevin Smalley and Watson up in front. Owens taking that a little bit higher exit. Good run off the corner. Shire still leads at the front of the field in that Homestead Coffee car. They should. It looks like we're going to have a lot of green flag running here tonight. They should have to pit at about 30 minutes left in the race, and then that would set them up for another pit as well. So this could be interesting as Patrick Burns gaining some ground. Probably loses a little bit in the corners with that aero wash. James Curtis has moved into that podium position. A little bit too early to talk about that podium, though. Looks like Owens got around Watson and Smalley were battling there, but it looks like they both have got around, including Owens, around Smalley. And now Owens is working on Working on Watson. Looks like he's gonna have a really good run here. And he makes that position work low side. Through turn 1 and 2 makes that work. Watson tries to come back. Doesn't look like he has anything for him. Back into the top 10. Having a quick glance here. Walsh and Kingsbury. I think that Walsh has called it a day. Kingsbury is still on the pit lane. Good battle here with Johnston, Simon Fell, and Jason Padu. Jason Padu's dropping back a little bit. He was in about 4th or 5th. Simon Fell going on the inside. Through turn 1 and 2. Fell really going low, and now Padu's coming back on the high side with Cullen Johnston along with him on the high side. Thought Johnston for a second maybe thinking about going making a 3 wide there. Now Jason Owens is caught up to this gaggle of cars and makes it almost a 5-way battle as Watson's catching up to this as well. And so is Smalley back there, and Jasper's there, but unfortunately Jasper a lap down with some early contact. But it looks like he's got everything together because he's acting pretty fast out there right now. Whoa boy. Jason Owens gets around Johnston. This is where we're seeing some difference in the setups here. There are cars that can get these tires to work. Making hay in this field. Now Owens trying to get around Padu. Watson also having a really good run. Can't make it happen. Watson is gonna make it. He looks inside. Not gonna happen this lap anyway. Ooh, Watson there in that yellow car, really getting low on the apron even. That's how you get some rotation as Watson gets around Padu. Really tight there. Close contact there with the nose of Padu. Jasper wants his lap back. If he gets a caution, we do have wave arounds, lucky dogs here. So if he was to get, he looks like a strong car. A little bit of extra data that Jason Owens did get a pit stop in there, got some fresh tires with that, like, lap 4 incident. So he'll be, able to go a couple more laps than anybody else. Meanwhile, Patrick Byrne having some issues. He dropped back and James Curtis took the second spot. Shire's up to a 1.8 second lead, so he's doing his best. Walsh impression out here is Shire. Good battle here for the final podium position between Byrne, Smith, and Irvine. Actually, that there is Kingsbury. He is back on the track. 19 laps down. He might be trying to scrap with these guys, hope for somebody to bring out a caution, because everybody that goes out of this race will be a place that he can gain. Walsh might not even have to show up next week. We'll see. Yeah, I would say he would. As long as Kingsbury got out there, he'll have to show up. Owens is up 5 spots from P13 to P8. Looking for closest battle on the track is this one. Patrick Byrne dropping back. Curtis dropping back from Shire. Shire's been running the Tuner Series on Wednesday nights over in the RIL. The Real League is what I call it anyway. Not broadcast. I was supposed to be running that series. Unfortunately, broadcast responsibilities have gotten in the way of that one, but I would really love to have run that with Wes there in that series. But yeah, it's a Tuner Series, trying to get everybody a little bit of setup experience on the road course and ovals. Kevin Smalley trying to work on Johnston here. We have, let's see, Galata was on the pit lane just a couple laps ago, it appears. Coming back? No, okay. Simon Fell and Watson and Owens battling here with Jasper. Yeah, Watson trying to get around Owens there. Go on board. So Jasper's gonna get around Watson. Jasper's got a really good car in the race trim here. Needs to get that lucky dog though. On board with Jasper here. I believe this is an Andre Ribeiro livery from the... Whoa, he's got a really good run off of 2. That car is working for Jasper. Don't usually follow cars that are lapped down, but that car is working. The 444. And it looks like Watson's gonna kind of follow Jasper. Nope, he can't quite make it work. A little bit of aero wash coming out of the corner there. And Jasper finally relents there. Still trying to get around. That is the 4 car of Johnston's, who's kind of getting back up into this. Whoa! It was Jasper going really low off of the exit of 4. Trying to find what the better camera angle is there. Probably between 5 and 8 minutes away from our first cautions. Oh, we've got, sorry, did I say first cautions? I jinxed it. I meant first pit stops, but we have a car. Or who is it here? Galata, maybe? Yeah, it appears to be Galata. So we have yellow on the track. Everybody's going to be coming into the pit, so let's see what happened to Mackenzie Galata here. This is going back a little bit of a ways, so let's see. He had already towed. I can hear those tires really struggling for grip in the corners. Oh, he loses it in 4. And that's enough. No contact. They didn't tow. Is he? Oh, he did tow. Wow. I don't know why he towed. Okay. Well, that's gonna bring everybody into the pits here. And this will guarantee, well, I wouldn't say guarantee based on how some of these races have gone, but this might open us up to have another round of pit stops. It is going to allow Jasper to get on the lead lap, so this is going to be exciting. I hope that Jasper will get a chance to pit here. I think he will. He needs to get a fresh pair of skippies. Get out there. We might have just had a cycle in the lead here. Ooh. Looks like Curtis is going to get out in the lead position. Shire with a really long pit stop, 11.7 seconds. I don't know. Did he have like some damage or something? Like a front wing change? Because everybody else was like a 5.7 or a 7 second. 11.7 for Wes Shire there is going to cycle him back to the 6th spot, in fact. That's going to promote Irvine in the podium position, as well as Patrick Byrne, and Curtis is going to inherit the lead. I'm sure Curtis is smiling. Kingsbury is trying to get another lap back, it appears. So is Jasper. Jasper's getting the pit. Good. I want to see Jasper on that lead lap. So, Curtis was actually 9th in points. He's had some up and down days where he's actually had 4 top 5s. He's got that win, 4 top 5s, but he's also had a couple of rounds, like 2 or 3 rounds, where he DNF'd, and it was like a DNF early, so tough break there for Curtis. He's going to be looking to have a good season in Season 2. Pace car lights are out. Kingsbury is going to get that lap back. If all stays good, Kingsbury might end up being the lucky dog here from here on out. We'll see. Alright, well, we're going to have Curtis bring us back to the lead. We're going to see what Wes Shire can do in dirty air here. I think I'm going to go on board with Wes here at the start. No pressure on Wes. Hopefully he's not listening to the broadcast. Got 5 cars to get around. That is Simon Fell right up ahead. Patrick Byrne up there looks like he's trying to work on getting around. Patrick Byrne trying to get around, or Irvine trying to get around Patrick Byrne. Looks to the low side. And Irvine's going to take over that, well, for a moment, and Byrne is going to power back on the outside. Daniel Smith looks to take advantage on Irvine. Looking at Shire trying to work on Simon Fell there. And meanwhile, James Curtis is just checking out back up here. Built up about a 2nd lead. And this battle from 2nd to 6th is a good one. Jasper back on the lead lap, getting around Smalley. We're going to see what that setup can do here. Oh, we've got cars diving low, diving to the inside in 3 and 4. With all this battling going on, Curtis is just able to drive away up there. And Irvine dives low into the second, well actually sorry, that was into the third position. Maintaining that third position over Smith. Smith is going to try to take it low through turn 3. And Shire takes over that 5th position. He's got Kingsbury, damaged car and all, has caught up to this group. Oh boy, he's making it 3 wide. And we have caution. Jason Owens into the wall heavy, it appears. Oh, he gets a little bit into the wall on the exit of 2, and that's gonna send him around as soon as he gets to the corner. Yes, it does. Oh, heavy into the wall. Jasper just gets around him, and it looked like it was Smalley just getting around him as well. Here's that J. William Walker is out as well. And that was a tough hit. So with that caution, let's give a shout out to our title sponsor, Carolina SimWorks. All right, we are back. Lights are still on the pace car, so we've got some more time before this goes back to green. But we've got Curtis. Shire's moved up moved up a couple spots. We have, let's see here. Daniel Smith has ended up pitting. There could be a strategy there. I don't think they can make it to the end, but if they have a lot of caution, he'll be able to make it to the end. But the more caution we have, the less, there will be less chance of a caution, more cars that go out. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I feel like... Oops. I feel like Shire has a really strong car. Let's see, who has the fastest lap of the race? Could be Kingsbury for all we know. Yeah, it actually is. Kingsbury back in P16 has the fastest lap of the race. Lights are out on the pace car. "25 minutes left to go." This could be a really good call by Daniel Smith back there. Anybody that pitted that round, if they do some fuel save, they might be able to make it to the end. Of course, if there is a caution, then everybody's gonna pit. Daniel Smith might end up not pitting in that case. And here we go, pace car in.
Green flag.
And we have our green. Shire, I thought he might make a run on Chad Irvine there. Oh, we've got contact in the back. That's gonna bring out the caution. I would think it's not out yet. Kurt Kelly's just trying to make that work. No, Ito's. Where was the caution on that one? Okay. Let's see if we can have a look here at what happened at this restart. Oh, Kingsbury got loose. Second crash of the day for Kingsbury. But yeah, that was on Kingsbury there. Fastest car in the field gets a little bit loose on cold tires. Takes out Kurt Kelly. I bet Kurt Kelly was not too happy about that because he was on the lead lap. Glad we got to see that though. As Shire looking inside of Patrick Byrne, he got around Irvine. I'm amazed that the caution did not come out there. And now Irvine comes back on the high side, takes over that third spot from Shire. Ooh, Irvine had a really good run on Byrne there. And now Irvine trying to get around Byrne. Byrne's not making it easy for anybody to pass in this race, as Curtis then it's about up to about a second lead over the P2. Irvine going really low onto the apron there in the exit of 4. Now West Shire trying to take over that third spot. Oh, gonna be really close. Irvine had to back out of it there to prevent contact, and now Watson's going to join this battle into the fray. Shire's got a really good run. Can he make it work? I think he might do it this time. There it is. And Byrne come back though. Kingsbury's still out there trucking. Jasper up to P8. That is Simon Fell, Robert Gamble on the inside. A little bit different livery for Gamble here this week. So if we go green to the end, I don't think everybody can make it at all. I think it's Smalley is in the best shape, or maybe Smith. Oh, we got 3 wide there with Jasper in the middle. Simon Fell. That is Jasper taking over the 6th position. As I was saying earlier, I think Jasper's got a really engineered this car well this week because he seemed to have a really fast car. He was second fast in the practice. Now he's going to set his sights on that lead group from about P1 to P5. Heck of a run by Jasper. Shire up there in P2 is eating into Curtis's lead. It was a second or more. It's down to 3/4 of a second. It's a half a second. I think that... Does Curtis have a lap car ahead of him? Is that Kingsbury? And he might be getting a little bit of dirty air from? That is Kingsbury. 20 minutes to go. Oh, there was some action back there. Who was that? Simon Fell, I think, is who it was. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. I think... That was taking us back an entire lap, so let's see. Somebody, anyway, got loose. I'm saying, no. Yeah, it already happened at that point. Not sure who that was. We saw it on the camera anyway. I want to cut back because Shire has caught the leader and Curtis. Patrick Byrne is a whole 2 seconds back. It might have been Jasper, actually, but because he was in the 6th. That third car is Kingsbury, so he's not a factor in this battle. Westshire is going to look inside. And Shire is back into the lead. Can he make this work? He led that lap. Curtis is going to try to make it work on the outside. Shire gives him a lot of room. Gentlemanly driving by Shire. Shire is the kind of guy that you have to be a fan of when you know, you kind of get to know him. So, kind of one of the favorites of everybody out there, like in the field. Really nice guy. When he was sick earlier this season, there was a lot of support for him. Really good to see him back up to the front. Kingsbury's made it up to the P15, so inching into that lead, at least making sure that Walsh has to show up to that final race. And it says Kingsbury's out on the leaderboard, I just noticed. He's not out, he's still fucking around. In fact, he's going to gain a couple spots possibly before the end of this thing. Oh, Irvine. It was Irvine who had that big moment earlier because he's 6 laps down. We didn't go to caution, so couldn't spend too much time trying to figure out who that was. Jasper in the thick of it once again. Oh, that was, who was that? Smith? Looked like he got into the wall. Everybody's just freight training him to get by. Oh, and we've got contact with Jasper. Oh man, that didn't need to happen. And we have our yellow flag. And Jasper, we knew, had a really good, Smith had a really good strategy there, but he got into that wall, it appeared. See if we can figure out where it was. Wasn't then. I think it's on the exit of 4. Right up here. Oh yeah, he got really loose. I don't know, I didn't see, he just got really loose and yeah, that's really unfortunate for Jasper. Oh man. Rooting for the guy. And unfortunately has that contact. So, here's the interesting thing that's happening. I think that Smalley's good to go to the end, and he's going to inherit the lead here. And I believe he's not a driver who's won a race this season, although he's really high on the points. Double checking that. Yes, Smalley has not won a race. He's 3rd in points. But he's going to have to make this work on old tires. Okay, actually, I take that back. He was a lap down. So Shire's going to maintain that lead with the pit stop. So that's unfortunate. And before we knew it, we only had about, I don't know, 8 cars on the lead lap. We might have 12 cars running. Kingsbury's still out here. Kingsbury's might be gaining another 3 or 4 spots here before the night's over. 13 minutes left in this race. Everybody's gonna be good to go now, so this is what you, if you got it, it's time. The Kingsbury's gonna get a wave around, lights around the pace car, he gets that wave around. Gonna be 21 laps down. Gamble up into that 3rd spot, up into the podium. Had a really good pit stop there. He might have only taken fuel, and everybody else took tires. Because he had a 4.5 second stop. Everybody else that went around him kind of had a 7-second stop. So we'll see how that works out for him. He's up from an 11th position. He's up to 3rd. 12 minutes to go. I think we're going to end up running green flag to the end here. And Wes is going to bring us back to that green flag. I see our viewer count went up by 1. I'm wondering if that is Christian Jasper there. You can give us a shout out in the chat if he does, as we're back to green here with West Shire in the lead. And I think that Wes is just going to pull away from this thing. Let's see what Curtis can do. Let's go on board with Curtis. Following that slipstream of Wes. big gap to 4th position already with Byrne battling with Watson. Curtis has a good run on Wes here. Whoa, whoa, Curtis gets loose. And that's going to take him out of... What just happened here? Hold on. West also turned it around. What the heck happened? We have a caution on the track. I didn't see any contact there. They both were just running it really, really hard through that corner. What the heck? That puts Campbell in the lead. Well, let's get a look at what just happened. I don't even know. What the heck? I know, so Curtis goes inside. There is no... And then Wes loses it as well. Crazy. He keeps it off the wall, though. What the heck just happened? What the heck? What was that, Jason? We have Robert Gamble in the lead here. Gambling on old tires is a gamble. So we're gonna see Wes here try to pass about 6 or 7 cars here. 9 minutes to go. Let's do another commercial break for our title sponsor, Carolina SimWorks. And we are back. 8 minutes to go here. We are under caution with Robert Gamble in the lead. Tough break there for Christian Jaspers joined the chat. Tough break for him. And of course Jason Owens there also in the chat. And of course commentator's curse has been talked about. I said, hey, we're going to be caution free to the end. There can't be that many more cautions. We only got 10 cars. But yeah, we did. 2 single car spins. The first 2 spots, single car. The lights are out on the pace car. We're going back to green here. Robert Gamble on a little bit older tires. That might have helped on the restarts. Oh, okay. I can't read the lights on the pace car with this new pace car. In the daylight, anyway. Yeah, that was a tough break there, Christian. You made it exciting. I saw, if you watched the replay earlier in the race, I was watching you, even though you were lapped down, make your way through the field. It looked like everybody's tires were dropping off and you were just slicing through the field. And then once you got your lap back, you know, you were making up a bunch of spots too. So it was pretty exciting. Unfortunate end of your day, though. We'll see how many spots Kingsbury is going to gain here in the last 6 minutes of this. He might get a top 10 out of this whole thing. As Gamble brings us to the green flag. And we are pretty sure that Byrne and Watson have fresher tires than Gamble. And if Gamble can get these P2 and P3 to just keep battling one another, he might inherit this one. Side by side, that's Kingsbury 20 laps down with Purdue, I believe, back there. Shire also trying to get around some cars. Gotta get a look at Gamble here. Leading some laps here. 5 minutes to go. Pulling away on older tires, it appears. Three-way battle for the podium positions here with Byrne, Watson, and Fell. Johnston's way back in 5th, but he's dropped back a second and a half almost. Shire in 6th. That is Kingsbury there making ground up. He might try to end up passing the leader here at the end of the race. Yeah, one of the tricks that I always did was take a little bit more downforce than anybody else, and you'll notice it helps once the tires start to fall off. When you have the opportunity to do an open set race anyway. So Byrne is now catching Gamble. And Wes is trying to get back into that 5th spot. Johnston didn't look like he wanted to battle him too much, just trying to get to the end of this one. Yeah, might not be enough. There's 3.5 minutes to go. A lot of distance there for Wes. Watson looks to the inside once again on Byrne. Watson, our winner of the Schaefer's Turbo Series. And I thought I saw an announcement that he's going to be coming back to the Schaefer's Turbo Series to defend his title. I think that's what I read. Although, as far as my information has, it won't be the Schaefer's Turbo Series anymore, just the Turbo Series, title sponsor pending. Gamble's keeping up about that half a second lead over Byrne. 2.5 minutes to go. And Shire is catching this grouping of cars, but will he have enough time to... I don't know if he can get up to the leader, but he can get into the podium is what I would guess. He has time for that. We'll see what happens, though. Anything can happen, as we've seen so far in this race. Watson's going to try to look on the outside here through turns 3 and 4. See if that will work. Inside's kind of been the preferred line making a pass, and they can make some really good runs off of the outside, and that's what Watson's trying to do there. Battle for P2. Oh boy, that was really close. And Shire in the back. Simon Fell just watching this battle as well. Really close racing. It's so close there. Let's go on board with Shire getting a view of this battle. Just about 60 seconds to go in this race. That's going to give us about 3 laps to go. West battling some of that aero wash up there. Watson making up ground on the leader. Now Shire is going to try to make it inside of Byrne. Oh, we got a little blinky from Shire. Oh boy, there was some really close battling there between Shire and Byrne. Is this going to be 1 lap to go? Should be. That's what I'm getting on my information there. Oh, we've got Byrne heavy into the wall. But we're going to keep on this battle here with Watson. Watson's going to try to make a lunge. And Gamble is going to take the victory here at Phoenix in the Tuesday Night Thunder. It might be Tuesday Morning Thunder here in Phoenix, but that is Robert Gamble taking victory here. Watson in P2, and Shire's going to get that podium position. Let's have a quick look and see what happened there. Oh, we had some contact. Oh boy, that is not what you want to see. Let's. Oh boy, that we're thankful that that was not a real life crash. That's what we can be thankful for. But yeah, that's a really good gamble winning. We'll do our podium interviews in a moment, so we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Let's see if anybody wants to be interviewed. Not sure if I can actually drag them up here. No, I cannot. Let's see, how do we do this? Because they're all in the lobby, and I cannot drag them from the lobby. They need to be in the driver chat or the official chat. We'll wait a moment. See if anybody notices that I can't pull them up. Looking at our classifications here, we've got Gamble, followed by Watson, Shire there in P3, Cullen Johnston coming in P4, Simon Fell in P5, James Curtis P6, Jason Perdue in P7, Kevin Smalley P8, Patrick Byrne P9, Chad Irvine 10, Kingsbury from that early crash end up 11th, Kurt Kelly P12, Daniel E. Smith P13, Christian Jasper P14, Jason Owens P15. We'll get back to this in a moment because I can see everybody's in the right spot now. We're going to bring in Robert Gamble here. Hey, Robert. How's it going?
Man, it is going awesome. How are you?
Really good. Congratulations on that win. Did you expect that to happen? I mean, you gambled, your name there. Hopefully I don't play that up too much, but looked like you didn't change tires. Is that correct?
That is correct. Last pit stop, I did not. I changed tires on the first pit stop, the one caution where everybody went in. So I changed tires there, and they weren't in bad shape, so I figured I'd leave them and see what happened.
Just to top up on the fuel, and then you were gonna, and then you jumped up through the field, and then all of a sudden, tell me what was going through your mind when you saw the first two guys do like kind of solo spins on their own.
Oh, I know. I was like, okay, so I saw the guy, the first one spin, and I'm like, okay, I'll get up to second. And then as soon as the other guy started spinning, I'm like, did this really just happen? Wow. And then, the caution is kind of delayed too.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if maybe it'll stay green, but yeah, we were able to hold off James just by a hair.
Yeah, you think another 10 laps or so he might have got you?
Oh, another 2 laps he would have
You
got me
think?
probably. I think I had a little bit in there. I probably could have squeezed out of it. I might have, but if we'd had another lap, we'd have been side by side at the finish line.
Well, congratulations. You were third in points, I think. Is that correct? I was looking at it earlier.
Third or fourth, so
you're
yeah.
Fourth. I was Kevin Smalley was in third. You were fourth in points, but you got that win. You got that monkey off your back and got that win here on the season. Things turned your way, and really great run out there. Anything else you want to talk about, or anybody you want to shout out to? Anybody watching? Any sponsors, things like that?
Yeah, just thank Jason, Carolina SimWorks for sponsoring us here, and I just really enjoy this league and all the guys that run here. But we all share setups and we work together, so it's a really, really fun, good league, and I just appreciate being here, and I appreciate all the guys that race hard but have a lot of fun at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good league, and I'm happy to be part of it as well. Well, celebrate this one. It's not easy to win here, but when Walsh goes out early, things are about to get interesting. So,
yeah, when Walsh and Ray take each other out, okay, somebody's got a chance.
Well, you have a good week, and so next week we'll be at Gateway. So, any thoughts going there?
Gateway is one of my favorite tracks in this car. We'll see after the changes, but I really like Gateway in this car, so we'll see what we got.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to do any setup shenanigans getting that one going. I'm sure they'll have that fixed by then.
We can hope. We can definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, you take care of yourself, and I'll hopefully talk to you next week.
I hope so too. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, James. This is Matt up here in the booth. So you're the big mover here today, starting in P-18. Did you not qualify and just you just had to work your way through the field?
No, I just blew massive chunks on my qualifying lap.
Okay, yeah, now that I think of it. No, you were like a second off on the qualify. Because I went through the grid. I was trying to remember who was where, but yeah. I guess I did remember that. But yeah, tell me about your race. Somehow you came through and you were challenging for the win there at the end. Do you think you had anything for Rob there?
If I had one more lap, that win was mine. I had just managed to get to him. I knew I was able to roll the high side better than Rob. So if I was to get to him and dive to the outside, that would have been race over. I just needed one more lap and I would have got him.
Yeah, I think I noticed that. Maybe when you were getting by Patrick Byrne, that I noticed all of a sudden, maybe, I don't know if you were doing this previous in the race, but I noticed, okay, this guy's going to try the high side. Everybody else is trying to make it work on the low side, but I saw that you were making it work on the high side in those corners, and that was what was working for you. And if you do that with a guy with older tires like Rob had, they're going to be slower on that low line if you force them down there. So yeah, that could have ended up working for you.
Yeah, Patrick and I had a similar setup, so we could roll the high side pretty much the same. So that's why I couldn't get by him, because he was just rolling a little better, but I managed to time my run on him just enough to where I could just stick my nose on the outside, and that's how I was able to get Pat and just one more lap.
Well, you've won quite a bit here on the Race First broadcast. So I was saying during the broadcast, I think you confirmed that you're going to be back for the Turbo Series, right?
Oh yeah, the champ was back. So yeah, defend his crown.
That's right. So that's good to hear. Well, next week we're going to Gateway. Any thoughts going there? A little bit different than last time we were at Gateway, at least on the Race First broadcast, because you were in the Indy cars there.
Yeah, and I had a whole mess of championship stress, but here I'm battling for top 5, but It's not quite as stressful, although the anxiety I had tonight trying to battle for that win. My hand was still tingling.
Yeah, I know that feeling. um, well, any shout outs, anybody you want to thank, any sponsors, that kind of thing?
Yep, I always gotta thank ZAS Designs for dealing with all my paint scheme troubles. Chris Graham at NRN for coming over as a sponsor. He's been a big help, so the more airtime I can get for him, the better.
Sounds good. Well, we'll see you next week at Gateway. That'll be the final race of the season, and we'll crown our championship. I thought we might crown it tonight with both those cars going out, but Ray's kept it alive by driving around. So yeah, we'll see you then.
Sounds good.
Hey, Wes. I thought maybe we wouldn't be talking to you tonight, but you ended up getting back up there. Tell me about tell me about the beginning of the race when you saw the first two cars take each other out, and then tell me about that other time when you and who was the other car? Blanking on at the moment. Tried to do
James Curtis.
That's right.
Yeah, doing a little synchronized spinning. Yeah.
That's right.
So I mean lap like even right at the start, I was just in voice chat like, all right, let's just keep it clean and see if we can pick up any freebies here. And lo and behold, we did. You know, it's surprising. Doesn't happen often, but I'll take it when I can get it. And yeah, I mean things were going great up until that first caution. Like the car was getting just better and better.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got that first caution, and as far as I can tell, my pit crew fueled my car and then started changing my tires.
That was another thing I was wondering about.
Yeah, I was really confused. I just like, all right, I'm gonna go now, and everybody's driving by me, and I can't go anywhere, and I'm now in last. All right, now I can go. Cool. So that was interesting, and
I was
initially
like, did you have a front wing change or something like that? I don't know. Yeah.
No, it just the fueling finished, and then I, like for a split second, saw I can go, I can't go, and then I just went right back up on the jacks. So
Very
I don't know,
odd.
but yeah, made things exciting for that second bit of fuel run there.
Yeah, and you made your way through the field, and you ended up getting that podium finish.
Yeah, I made it back up to the lead just in time to spin myself out.
Well, yeah, that too. The synchronized spinning. That was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually on board with James, and I was like, "Oh, he's spinning," and then suddenly I look at the leaderboard, and it's like Gamble's in the lead. So I'm like, "What the heck happened to Wes?" So anyway, but you made it back on the podium, and you got to live down the what happened there on the mic. Otherwise, we'd have not got to hear your story on it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the results. I started third, finished third. Actually, I started fourth, finished third.
Yeah,
so
you made up a spot today.
gained one. Yeah. Net profit for the night.
Well, any shout outs to sponsors? I know you're a sponsor, but you could give them the best shout out than I can.
As always, gotta say thanks to Homestead Coffee for keeping me awake and alert enough to do this, and thanks to you for broadcasting. Of course, thanks to Jason for putting this all on. Big thanks to Carolina SimWorks for sponsoring it, and I get to pull a Scott Pruitt here. Hi to my family at home. I actually have viewers tuning in tonight, so that's a nice change.
Very good. Hey, and I just wanted to give you a personal apology. I mentioned this during the race that unfortunately I couldn't join any of the tuner races this season because Gary, my broadcast colleague, he broadcasts another series on Wednesdays, and unfortunately I have to be there to press the go live button. The way YouTube is set up, I have to press this go live button, whereas like Twitch doesn't work that way. So unfortunately, I need to be there like 8:45 or something like to be around, and I can't be racing. So
Gotcha.
that's
Yeah,
why I can't be in the tuners because I would have really liked to have joined that. Kickback, and because I love those F2000 cars. So
Yeah. Well, we certainly should have another season of that going probably in the fall, I would say, probably after the next season of RIL, Turbo, and Schaefer's. So we'll see that, and might be throwing together something not on iRacing as well.
I heard about
That
that.
may or may not involve late '90s kart cars. So stay tuned for that.
Was that well, I don't, maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Should I not talk about it?
Um, it's still very, very early in the planning
Well,
stages,
let's
like
talk
less than
about
6
something
hours
else.
old.
So, what would be your
Yeah.
vote for movie of the week that Kresge's doing over there?
Oh, I gotta go with Turbos purely because it would annoy Chad.
Oh, okay. So I've never seen Turbo, but I do remember the whole Randy Bernard time and talking up that movie, but I've never seen it. My vote was definitely for Driven.
Yeah, no, I've never seen Turbo either, so it could be interesting.
Yeah.
If you wanted a little more semi-serious recommendation, a little older, The Big Wheel. It's black and white, all about a kid coming up doing midgets and getting a shot at the Indy 500.
Have not heard of that one at all. So, and it has
Yeah.
Indy 500 in it, or they're just
Oh
talking about
yeah.
it?
Oh
Wow.
no, it gets to Indy.
Huh. Wow.
Little more on the fictional side, but still very good movie.
Sounds good. Well, good talking to you, Wes. And we'll see you next week at Gateway. You have any thoughts going to Gateway, or did we already talk about that? I can't even remember at this point.
Hopefully I can not spin and potentially finish third or better again.
Yeah. Well, tonight's going to help, and it was good. Good to see you back on the podium here. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, certainly good to be back. And before I go, just want to give a quick sorry to Patrick Byrne. I kind of sent him into the wall on the second to last lap. It was completely my fault there.
Let's just be thankful that was not a real life accident.
Yeah, that was a good thing to do in the sim, not in real life.
Especially not with a halo on the car yet, is what my
Yep.
thought as soon as I saw that was.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Well, it's virtual and it was racing, so
Yep.
it happens. And we'll see you next week. And take care of yourself till then.
Yeah, thanks. Take care.
Yep. All right, that was it for us tonight. I know we didn't go completely through the grid here. I know it was like showing on the screen there for not the grid, but the results here. We were at Jason Owens in P15. We had J. William Walker in P16. Mackenzie Galata in P17. Walsh there, our championship leader in P18, and a couple of no qualifiers. I don't think they might have joined. Maybe they had the issue that some people were having. Gossler and Kresge there in P19, P20. But that's it for us tonight. We'll be back here, same time, same place for Gateway. And thanks there, Christian. Thanks for enjoying the broadcast. Sorry you couldn't get to the end of the race. That bad luck, and thanks to Jason for having us broadcast. I'm glad we were able to do it tonight. So yeah, take care, guys. I will see you next week.